It's
Okay, traders, good morning. Um, it's a brand new week. It's a brand new day, and permit me to first of all apologize you for you um, delaying like 1 minute before I started voicing. I actually joined on time, but I was actually doing one of the things in order on my laptop so that I can share my screen and then you can class proper. So I'm happy to be here again. Of course, I'm happy to meet you all. So, but first, permit me to mute people so that they do not interfere in our discussion. I think you can do whatever you're doing at home, make all the noise you want to make, but of course, I'm sure it will not filter into our discussion. So let's look at faces. I can see one face that is using ITEL. I don't know. It's at home. I'm sure I can see your face. How are you doing? You are even moving around, which is good. Then I also have quite some names here, like Engineer Richie. Okay, and of course, not just him, but plenty of people. Paulinos, they, Eddie, and which one is Sanario Teji, right? Oko, Makangelin, Temitope, Afosus, and Omofuren, Gbadebo, Oguchi, Uchechukwu, Kenny, Kenny, is it Kenny or or Key Unique? Yeah, I don't really know how to pronounce some names. Bolaji, during the, I think this one is just I don't know how to call you. Amosu, Anu Kechups, right? And Rotimi, Gideon, Tabugo, Tabugo, right? Alebody. Um, this was his name is Infinix. I don't know what Infinix means. Dina Kachi, right? Ebu, Ebuge, okay? George Wrong. You can see the way I'm purposely avoiding some English names. Okay, so because I don't really know how to pronounce this one, but I like to pronounce Nigerian names so that it will make sense. But I see one Stamto Kevich here. Is he a Nigerian? Stamto Kevich. I've never seen a Nigerian bear that name before. Stamto Kevich. What is that? Your names sound like these Ukrainian names or Russian name. Maybe you are from Ukraine or Russia or even Romania. You can tell, right? So Temitope, Tolu, uh, Abiodun, Joe, is it Joe or Joe, right? I think it should be a Joe. Well, and let me see, quite some names this morning. So I'm greeting you all one by one. You can see the way I'm mentioning your name. It's to tell you that I actually recognize your presence. And of course, you are welcome. So I'm going to be looking at quite some number of instruments today. Be Monday, and of course, a brand new week. So we're looking at some things. And of course, I must tell you that maybe I'll be starting from gold. So let me share my screen now so that we can get started. And of course, you need to know that even before I share the screen of gold, you need to know that gold eventually hit the expected 3,000, dollars per ounce as we were expecting last week. So it was quite interesting because I was following on a minute chart and eventually in my presence, and as I was looking at it, usually hit that value and actually went a little bit above like $3,004, right? Then know, I was like, what is this? Unfortunately, I wasn't trading it right at that moment. I wasn't trading gold, but I was just observing it because I would have loved to even enter a buy and follow. But it's funny, you might just enter now and the thing will reverse. Okay, because the thing it was at all-time high, like all-time high. So if you look at the uh, this is 1 hour chart. Of course, if you look at this 1 hour chart, right, you see that the all-time high, like highest, was 3,004.53, cents. That's $3,000 and $4.53. That was the highest it ever reached. I was actually on 1 minute chart looking at what was going on. It was actually fascinating. I think I'm going to just go back a little bit to that time frame when it hit it. I think it was around 11 o'clock point something, 11 something. He actually wrote kind of like an article on it that is submitted to our website. You might want to read about it. So let me see if I can click this and then move back a little bit so that we can look at when gold actually did what it did that Friday. Was it here? Yeah, 11:18. No. Yeah, I'll say it was around this value. So let me click on here and then expand a little bit, that's zooming a little bit, and then we can look at it. So it was this candle that actually, did that. 11:18 a.m. That's Nigeria time, really. That even broker server time. Broker server time was 11:18 a.m., which was also Nigerian, server Nigerian time. Now, what I say Nigeria time, sometimes broker server time is different from Nigeria time. Sometimes, not all the time. Okay, I mean rally trade. So if you look at your time now, your wristwatch or your clock by the wall or your time on your phone, you should see that it's about 8:08 a.m. Nigeria time. And if you look at this market watch, you see that the market watch is also 08:08 a.m., right? Which means that the market watch time is equal to the laptop time or your phone time or your local time. So if it is so, it means that the broker server time and your time are the same, right? So that Friday, the gold price actually moved and did at around 11:80 a.m. Nigeria time. This candle, which I'm going to be pointing to with an arrow, very funny, right? Okay. And if you look at an hour time, if you look at the 1 hour time, the 1 minute time, they appear the same, right? The candle structure is the same. So if you look at this candle now, this one that I put this green arrow on, I could actually change the arrow color to red, right? And do something different. I could do that. I would just do OK and then delete. Okay. And then put another arrow that faces down. That's arrow pointing down to top of this bar, right? I could actually do this one. So it makes sense, right? So if you look at this bar that I put arrow on the chart, if you look at, remember, is the highest candle ever on this chart. Okay, 3,004.09, and then they reach highest 3,004.53. Okay, so if you look at the candle and then you compare it with 1 hour counterpart, I'm going to click on H1. Okay, and you can see that the arrow is still pointing on that H1. If you look at that 1 hour candle also, see that the structure appears to be the same, right? A spinning bar. Now, I want to believe, right? If you see a spinning bar on your chart, what it means is that it could be a reversal, it could be a continuation, really. But considering where this candle appears on the chart, considering where it appears, right? The last man standing on 1 hour chart, the last man standing on 1 minute chart, it could just be a reversal bar. Now, we just need to see further move to the downside. So if you now begin to see like a head and shoulder pattern, which is what is beginning to play out, right? When I say head and shoulder pattern, I could just, drag this a little bit up, right? And then copy, which is duplicate to this side, and also duplicate to the right side. So if you're beginning to see structures like this, right on the chart, what it means is that the price is doing what we call head and shoulder pattern. Head on the highest arrow there that point down, shoulder on the two, arrows by the side, right? So if I do a trend line, short one, let me change this one to short. I'm going to just delete this ray and allow it to be shortened, and then we could just do something like this, right? So it will be like this, and then we can copy to the right side. Permit me to just copy to the right side. Okay, and then we can do something like this and drag this up. Okay, let's shorten it also a little bit. So we are beginning to see something like this on gold. Now that's what we call head and shoulder pattern, right? Now for it to be a valid sell set, because head and shoulder pattern is a sell setup. For it to be a valid sell setup, we need to see the neck broke. Okay, the neck. How do I say it now? The neck. Okay, your shoulder and your neck, I think they're almost on the same level, right? So we'll need to see a break of this structure, okay? A clear break of the structure will signify a total sell, okay, or a downfall on gold, right? So it will mean that as this now, it will be difficult for me to sell gold. And of course, it will be difficult for me to buy also. So I'll be staying off gold for the moment until I see a clear breakout of this structure. Now, there is a candle here that already, give a hint that good price may fall. I say may, I'm a trader, I don't want to say will fall, because I don't control the chart. Now, there is a particular candle here that suggests that good price may actually fall. Apart from the head and shoulder structure you are seeing, you are now beginning to see a candle that tests waters. Okay, this is a candle that tests waters, right? Okay, this it's like a test, like let's go down there and check what's going on. Let me put an arrow on it. I don't know. I think people are seeing it, but let me just put an arrow on that candle. Permit me to just click on this. Okay, this candle you see here, okay, it looks like a hammer, right? Yeah, it is. There you go. But if you look at the way it actually played out, if you look at the structure, the green painted part, that's a structure that actually sits on top. And of course, you can see a lot of hammers sitting on it. But a particular candle actually deep below. Okay, I would have expected this one to actually have a longer tail. Okay, then I would have accepted that, yeah, that's testing the water candlestick that tells us that the price actually tested that place to see if it is good enough to go down. Now, a break of this structure will actually spell a doom for this chart. So if you're a gold trader and you have been enjoying the buy, you have been making money on the buy, I will ask you to hand off right now and wait for further information on the candlestick part. Okay, you can tell a lot. Then you could actually go to investing.com, okay, and read more about what gold could do, right? Now, the essence of this discussion is because we also take into account anytime there's a lot of fundamentals flying in the market. Right now, there are a lot of fundamentals flying. And gold is, gold likes to actually pick on fundamentals, right? Especially now that the Trump administration is doing a lot of, not just World War III or World War IV war, whatever you want to call it, but what we call price war, which is equal to war, right? War is war, whether it is World War III or price war, right? That's tariff war. Okay, so because of that good price, a lot of people are, selling off stocks, putting their money on gold. Gold is more like a flight to safety instrument, just like USDCHF, right? Or even USD JPY sometimes. But the way we are seeing it right now, gold is actually, might actually be on the way down, right? I don't know why this person is calling me so much. It must be a client, but the person needs to know that when I'm in class, I don't pick calls. So if you are listening, and you are the one calling me, I will not pick your call, right? Because I'm on a discussion right now, which is not good for this discussion. Shouldn't be picking call when I'm teaching people, right? So if you know the person that is calling you, tell the person to stop calling until I'm done with class. There's no need to call, right? You could just drop a message if I'm not picking. It makes sense. Right? So let's go back to our discussion. Now, based on this information I have on gold that I just shared with you, if you are a gold trader, be careful. Okay, the gold just collapse going forward, and of course, it will be a disservice if you're already buying. So you might want to step on the brake a little bit and enjoy the just watch as the price unfold and give you more information. All right. Then if you go to another chart of gold, now that you have completed, if you can do this thing that I just constructed on the chart, you could do it, right? You could go to your chart on laptop now and construct something like this so that further information will come and give you an idea of what gold will do. Then you could also go to another gold chart to tell what the price will do. Okay, when the trend is going to start, it will start with moving average, right? You could use 2, you could use 1. Whichever one you use is good. So let's say you are using 1 moving average, which will be this trend, right? So on 1 hour, right? So for this one, you will need for these candles that you see to begin to close below the average. This is the average line 50. Now, when they begin to close below it and give you a sell signal, valid one, they're just going to give you an idea of what I mean. When it begins to close red below the line, then you can now begin to sell. Or you could use 1. So this is 1 moving average structure. Then you could use the other one if you are not comfortable with this one. That one is a little bit faster and is safer. Even though it is faster, it's actually safer. Right? You can use this one, right? This one, this particular moving average, price is beginning to close below it, yes. But we will need it to close below the black. Sorry, to cross below the black. Okay, so when it crosses below the black, then you just pick your what do you call it now? You just pick your cursor, or you could just go around and click on sell when there's a clear breakout. I think I explained this in the physical class I had with a couple of clients on Friday in Lagos, right? So those are the things you can do. But for now, there's no trade on gold, right? So just stay off. Play your deal. Now let's go back to another instrument. Let me check the comment section. Maybe somebody dropped something there. Now, if you have a question on any of this question that just dropped now, you just drop it in the comment section. I'll read it, and of course, I'll read it to the whole house and address it so that all of us can learn all of the things. Now, Angel is asking what period are the two moving averages. One of them is 21, which is the red. The other one is 50, which is the black, right? Wow, this person actually put me on a spill dial, right? Which is not good. It is not good, really, right? It gives me a headache for people to be calling me like this. Doesn't make sense. Okay, let me see if I can just, drop a message for the person to call back. Right? Doesn't make sense for you to be calling somebody and the person is not picking, and you're still calling and calling and calling. I'm not running away from Nigeria. Why the call? Doesn't make sense. Okay, so it's all right. Now, okay, so yeah, one of them is simple, the other one is exponential. Angel. The red is exponential, the black is simple. Now, Magalin, not Macangelino, Magalin, right? Magalin. Want me to look at US 100. And of course, what is SS? Want me to look at oil. You say your name is SS. What does SS mean? I don't know the meaning of SS. You could just, when you are in a forum like this, for us to be able to address you directly, you could just spell your name in full, and it makes sense, right? AYM means look at Eurocard. All right, so let's start with Magalin, right? And ask me to look at US 100. So I'm going to just click on here and go straight to US 100. Look at what it says. Now, I'm actually interested in trading US 100 too. It's just that it's a very stubborn instrument, right? For the past few weeks, maybe 2 weeks now, it's been on the downpour, right? Downpour in the sense that you can see it on the chart right now, that the price has been going down steadily over time, right? If you look at it this way, you see that the price have actually been on a downtrend. It's shifting to a downtrend, really, on 1 hour chart, and also 4 hours chart. It's actually shifting to a downtrend. Now, how long will it continue? It's until this price war is over. Really, until the price war is over, right? Now, this thing that is happening here now happened before severally on different occasions, caused by different events. Okay, we see a period here where we have a downpour. Because right now we're also having a downpour, right? So that's telling you that there's a trend there. But of course, there's nothing that lasts forever in life. So if Trump administration decided to do something different and change tactics and say, okay, you know what, the war is over, let's go back to how it's supposed to be in the world, US already just rise up, right? So, but of course, because the trend is down right now, it will not be advisable for you to be buying it, right? You will be going against the trend. So you should be looking to sell US 100. Now, one of such instruments, or one of such indicators you could use to sell could be your maybe fresh pips. It could be fresh pips is good enough, right? If we give you an arrow to sell, you should go ahead and sell. All right. But as it is now, the sell move on this 4 hours chart is beginning to dry up. I say this because on this fresh pips strategy, what the indicator is saying is that the momentum to go down is beginning to dry up. You see it here, okay? Or like when you have the momentum to go down around here, that was actually going down, okay? The indicator was having a lower low, right? But now the indicator is having a higher low, and the price is having double bottom, right? Kind of. Price is having double bottom. What I mean by double bottom is, look at the 1 hour chart, it's actually clear. But overall, you can see that the price is around support, playing around it. Okay, so when the price is not going down again, and the indicator is beginning to have higher low, you should know that there's a clear divergence in the market. Of course, the price could just begin to rise up. But until we see a clear rise up, you can't be buying US 100, right? I think you should just stay off. If you don't want to sell, you stay off. If you want to buy, wait until the opportunity presents itself. And if you want to still continue to sell, then you wait until there's a clear sense of direction that suggests that the price will still continue to go down. As of now, I think it's safe for us to leave US 100 where it is and stay off. Now, I've given you two instruments that I asked you to stay off. That means I don't have a bias for any of those directions. You know, for you to make money on the chart, the price is either going up or it's either going down. If the price is not going any of the two, then it could be a challenge to trade and make money. I really make success in trading when I'm trading a range market. What I'm trying to say is that if I trade a range market, I lose money, right? So anytime I see price on the range, I shift back, okay, because I've been in this market for a while. Okay, so anything range, I hand over and drop my microphone, okay, and of course, wait until there is a clear signal for me to either continue to buy on the trend or sell on the trend. So range market is not for me. That's what I'm saying off. I hope it's clear. I'm being honest, right? So let me go to the comment section and look at what people are saying. Okay, so this person says his name is Samuel. Then you could just spell your name as Samuel. It's difficult for me to say SS. What is SS? Okay, so this person Amosu say I should look at USD. Okay, your name is Amosu. It doesn't have N. I would have said you're Amosu, brother. Okay, Makagelian say thank you. Thank you, everybody. Now, let me go to, I think I've addressed US 100. Let me go to the next person that said I should look at crude oil. That will be Samuel, right? I hope so. So, Samuel, try and edit your name so that it will give Samuel so that I can call your name when I want to call your name. It makes sense, right? So, Olufo says, we are taught to make of 3 moving averages during training. What is the difference between the 2 moving averages you are using and the one we are taught? Who taught you to use 3 moving averages? Well, the person might be right. The person might be wrong. Since I don't know what the person taught you, how will I know the difference between what I teach you and what the person taught you? But this your question is very funny, right? Even to you, Seth, the question should be even funny to you, right? Yeah, you were taught to use 3 moving averages during training. I'm teaching you to use 2 moving averages now. What's the difference between 3? Well, to answer your question, I'm being honest, there's difference, right? Okay, but then the idea is the same, to make money. All right, so the person that teach you 3, I use 3 moving averages sometimes, but I can't teach you because it's for scalpers. It's people that want to scalp that, use that. And of course, they use them 5 minutes or 1 minute time frame. I shouldn't be teaching you that. But the person taught you, right? So the idea is all the same. The person wanted to make money. Of course, he taught you. So use that idea that he taught you. You don't need to ask me a question on it because I wasn't the one that taught you. But for this one, I'm teaching you now, these 2 moving averages. It works, right? Because it's what I use. If you ask me a question on it, I will attend to you, right? So, but you don't need to bring idea of maybe somebody taught you 3. You can make a difference and know the difference. You don't need to ask me to make difference for you. Okay, so this person says use US 2000, D40. I'll look at it if I have time. Let's look at US 2000. Okay, Oko say good morning. And, I should check D40. Okay, and okay, so let's go back to our discussion and look at crude oil right now. I'm going to come here and pick crude oil, and then we can look at what it says. Now, there's a gap up, clear gap up. Now, I've not been following crude oil for a while. Be honest, I like to be honest. There's nothing kills you when you are honest. I've not been following crude oil for a while, okay, because I've not been trading it for a while. But let's look at what it says, because at a glance, as a trader, you could tell whether a price is going to be okay for you to sell or buy. But based on what I'm seeing here, the price is going to have 3 leg up. And that's to tell you that the trend is shifting or maybe shifting to the upside or this 1 hour time frame. I mean. So I see arrow here. I can just put it here, right? And then duplicate the arrow to this level, duplicate the arrow to that level, duplicate the arrow to that level. So if you look at what I have here, this is a clear higher low, right? Okay, so for us to be on a trend, we need to be on a higher high or the higher high level. So if you also do arrow down and then you put it here, this is a high at the point. Okay, this is a high at the point, and then this is a high at the point, and then this is a high at the point, and this is a high at the point. Permit me. Okay, and then this is a high even right now. Okay, so based on what I have here, there was kind of like a confusion at the point for the highs. The lows were okay, but the highs were not. At the point, we have this disturbance, right? That went high and went low, which is not good. So we could actually discount it and say, no, you know what, let's ignore that, which is okay. And then if we do that, then it will mean that we're on a clear higher high on 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, for us to be on a buy, we need to be able to be on a break of structure, right? Break of structure, this one. So if we take this as a structure, then we need to see a clear break of it, which is beginning to play out. So this could be a move to the, so I'm beginning to have a bias on crude oil. Though, I'm beginning to have a bias for the buyers. Okay, I'm beginning to be on their side. So for me to be clear on this, let me go to another time frame on this crude oil. Sorry, the same time frame, but on a different chart. And then I can insert my, moving average that can tell me what the price is doing. So let's see what this one is saying, which is good. So this one says there's a clear cross right now. The red has already crossed above the black. For me to be on a buy, I need to see a break of that structure. Okay, I need to see a break of the recent high. I need to see a break of this high for me to be on a buy. Okay, then I'll be able to place a buy comfortably and make money. But there's a problem here. Okay, the problem is that this high that I'm looking to break is actually very far from the moving average. Okay, before the moving average will test support, which it will do, it will eventually, meet this red line. Before it will test this support and go back and break the high, it's a very long distance, considerably long. If it breaks, even if it touches right now, it's a distance of about 90 pips on crude oil, which is very high, right? So I might just, because of this, look at something different, okay, instead of trading crude oil. But if you must be looking to buy, not sell, really. You should be looking to buy. I think that's clear. Maybe you can just begin to buy when this distance is recovered, or there was a gap, and of course, once you see the gap filled, you just begin to look for a buy. I think that's clear enough. Now let me go back to the comment section and see what else to look at. I remember somebody said I should look at US 2000 Euro card. I'll check. Emmanuel says Euro USD card and USD currency person. King also say Euro JPY. Okay. Good morning, sir. Kindly analyze gold. Wow. I think I've already done gold. Obasanjo, you came late. Arubi, you came late. Okay. Euro US and Euro USD. All right. So I'll look at currencies. Now let's go back to Eurocard. First of all, I know somebody said I should look at Eurocard. So I'm going to look at it for the person. Eurocard, 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 Eurocard. Yeah, I think that's what the person suggested. I have to have the message. I'll check. You get to confirm that the person mentioned Eurocard so that I can do justice to that. Yeah, AY said Eurocard. So for Eurocard, I'm going to just tell you straight away that this price is beginning to do something like gold. Okay, it's beginning to do something close to what gold did. Okay, so you should be looking for a break of structure to the downside. The price may go down. That's what I'll tell you. And of course, I could start with stochastic and tell you that well, based on stochastic structure, the price is not really clear as to what it wants to do. Okay, but it's no longer on a buy thing, it's more of a sell signal. Let's go back to this one to check if something is coming out. Yeah. This one is beginning to show us a faster pace of movement than gold. But unfortunately, there's no clear sign that the price will go down yet on this one. So let's go back to, oh, sorry, there's no trend. There's no trend signal. Let's go back to the last one, which will be this one. Yeah, here there's a trend signal, right? So this one is clearly saying that we should sell. That's what this one is saying. As far as I'm concerned, this indicator is telling me I could just sell, right? I can just go in and sell because I already have a touch and all. So, but if you want to be clear on it, let's do something. Let's do something together. Let's put a kind of like a screen here so that we can be 100%, sure that our strategy is correct. Okay. So once you see a break of this structure, I'm just going to use a line here. So do something for me. Go to your 1 hour chart, everybody. Go to your 1 hour chart, whether on your phone or your laptop or anywhere, go to, if you're interested in trading EuroCAD, this is a very good opportunity for you to place a trade on it. So you're going to go to your 1 hour chart and draw a line below this candle. Now, I'm on 1 hour chart and I'm going to just look at this candle. This candle is a bullish candle, right? So go and put a horizontal line. Just go to tools on your phone. If you get to your phone, if you're on a portrait mode, you click on the circle. Just tap it on your screen, and then you have a circle. I think I will just show you something close. I don't have MT5 on this one or MT4, but I have MT4 on this phone. It's just that the phone is down. So I would have just, give you an idea of what I mean. So you go to your phone and tap on the screen. You should have a circle. And of course, when you have that circle, you look for a particular symbol there. They have both circle and triangle and rectangle. You click on it. So then when you click on it, it shows you tools. Then you look for horizontal line, and then you draw on your chart. Okay, something like this. Draw horizontal line on your chart, and then put it right at the opening of this candle, this bullish candle. Right? Now, once you put it right at the opening, then you note the price that it gives you. That price that it gives you is your entry price when a candle closes below it. So, for example, if this current candle closes below the line, this current candle that is moving now, if it closes below that line you are going to draw, then you should click on sell. You should click on sell. If you close below it, it will be like a clear sell signal on EuroCAD. So this one presents an opportunity for us to sell if the price actually closes below that level. And if you want to be on a haste, if you want to be in a haste, you could just do maybe you don't really have time to wait until the price, does what it wants to do. You can just put sell stop below it. Anywhere below it is fine, right? I think I've been able to analyze that one objectively for AY. AY, I hope you're happy now that I give you an idea of what you could do with your EuroCAD, right? So I think this one presents the best signal for us this morning, EuroCAD. Now, for a bias for sellers to do justice to that. Let me go back to the comment section and read more comments. Joshua said I should analyze fundamental for the week. Well, why not? You are not wrong. You are right. So I'm going to go to share my screen shortly. I'm going to go to Forest Factory. Okay. And look at what the Forest Factory is saying. Permit me to share the screen, Joshua. Joshua has actually, given me I don't know what to tell you, but you give me an idea of what's going on in your head. Right. So Joshua, if you look at what we have here, for Monday, we only have core indices for USD, which will be coming out for 130. So if you're a fundamental trader, why not? You're already a fundamental trader. Why do you drop into this one? Okay, you already know that this one is coming out. Why do you want me to discuss it? If the actual come good, buy USD, which means that if you're trading USD CAD, you trade on buy. If you're trading USD JPY, you trade on buy. Trading USD, anything, you trade on buy. But if you're trading Euro USD, you click on sell. But if the actual come back negative, then you should trade a sell on USD, right? You sell it off. I think that's clear enough. So I think I've addressed that fundamental for you. Okay, so you're happy now. Then I can go back to our discussion. All right. So we're here. Then now we can now clearly, let me just click on new order and sell EuroCAD. Thank you very much, AY, for giving me what to trade today. All right. So I already have a sell on Euro JPY. And of course, or if you are still waiting for the candle to close, it's okay. It's kind of like you are waiting for more information, which is okay. Now, more comments. Don't worry, I know what people are saying. Basically, fine, Chico say I should look at gold, Euro AUD, and Euro USD. I will look at Euro USD. I don't think I will have time to look at AUD, Euro USD. Okay, so let's go to Oko. Agnes say I should look at D40. I'll try. Okay. But let's start with, let me go back to the comments. I want to start from the person after that EuroCAD. Person after EuroCAD. Okay, so after EuroCAD, I'm also saying I should look at Euro USD. So I'm going to go to Euro USD. That's the next in line. And I think I already have a chart here for that. Now, I've been kind of like very patient with Euro USD because Euro USD has been on a bullish move for the past few trading days. But based on the information I have on my support and resistance template, Euro USD actually made a resistance already. Okay, you can see it. Now, this indicator is actually a premium indicator. And of course, for some of us that don't have it, you are not, it means you don't have a good indicator for 2025. Okay, so, and there'll be kind of like an online class tomorrow. A new software is coming out. Watch out. Okay, so like an online advanced class. So if you have the time, you can join. Okay, I'm going to be hosting it with Razvan. Razvan is one of our strategists from Romania. Okay, so he's going to be joining me live tomorrow by I think 1 o'clock thereabouts. And of course, I think he told me that there'll be a very fresh indicator that he's going to share with us. I'm just giving you a hint. So prepare yourself to grab your copy, okay, at that particular live event. It's going to be online, and of course, the link is going to be shared. But if you want to, you can ask your account manager if you don't have it. And then also, I think the link is already out because there's a poster for it that went around. So wait for it. 1 o'clock tomorrow, be there. Now, let's go to this indicator. What this indicator is telling me is that Euro USD met a stiff resistance at around 1.09335. And if you look at the 4 hours chart also, it's saying exactly the same thing. Okay, that the Euro USD met a resistance around here. Okay, and that one is spelled because Euro USD got here at a point and got higher. So it will be difficult for Euro USD to just move from wherever it moves and then move up, okay, and see if you can just cover this gap. It could still get here. It's okay to get there because after all, it left from there, so it can get back there. But based on what I know about price, it will most likely retrace for a bit to maybe 50% of this move, and then it will continue that move the upside. So let's wait for a sell on Euro USD. And to be a sell on Euro USD right now may not be a good time. So what you can do is to go to another chart of Euro USD and check with some of those indicators that are simple. Like, that indicator I just showed you now is not available for phone users. But phone users can make use of indicators like this that are very good to tell us whether we should be selling or buying, or indicators like this that are very good to be telling us whether we should be selling or buying on a trend. Now, for this particular 1 hour chart, Euro USD is nowhere to be found when it comes to selling. We still cannot sell. But we see a trend, right? Sorry, we see a kind of like a range on Euro USD around here. Also, it seems like there's a range, right? So let's go to 15 minutes chart to check what's going on there. So yeah, there's a clear range. So let's wait for a clear breakout, right? To the sell side, most likely it's morning. To the sell side. So let's cover this. Let's cover this gap. Sorry. Let's cover this gap. Okay, so what you do is this. You paint your phone, okay, or your laptop like this. And then if Euro USD closes red right now, like it closes red in the next 5 minutes, in the next 5 minutes, we'll tell me whether we should sell Euro USD or not. I'm serious. In the next 5 minutes, we will tell whether we should trade Euro USD for sell or not on this 15-minute chart. So if I go to another 15-minute chart of Euro USD, like so, and then I also, change to this strategy and switch to this one. So what this one is telling me is that in the next 5 minutes or so, we should know whether Euro USD will go down or not, or it will give us a kind of like a sell signal or not. So let's wait for 5 minutes. If this candle closes red, if this particular candle that is running now, on this 15-minute time frame, if it closes red, you can sell. It will be a breakout for the structure of range. Of course, it will be a signal for a sell on the trend on this moving average strategy. So you could just, sell Euro USD if it closes red on 15 minutes chart right now. The next maybe 4 minutes, like I said. So I think that, concludes Euro USD. Let me go to here and check what people are saying I should look at again. So Pastor Innocent is asking me, is EuroCAD not a support? Who cares? Support are meant to be broken, sir. All right. So if a signal tells you to sell, sell. Because supports are meant to be broken, resistance are meant to be broken. Okay. So if the signal tells me to sell, I sell. I don't care about support, okay, or resistance. At that point in time, I don't. Okay. Now, of course, it is true that EuroCAD is on the support. But if you look at the trend, as it has shown us in recent time, you see that the price has been going up steadily for a while. Not to last forever, Pastor Innocent. Kelleri, right? Yeah, I think that's your name. Nothing lasts forever. So if price goes up, we expect it to drop. I think that concludes that particular answer for you. Time and link for the online to be shared, or you ask your manager, Joshua, please could you give me the link to the class? Of course, I said it to be shared. Now let's look at I've looked at Euro USD, I've looked at gold, I've looked at GBP, I've not looked at GBP USD. Okay, so let's look at GBP USD. It's been long I actually look at it, so it will be good for me to look at it this morning. Long I traded GBP USD, very long. Okay, so for GBP USD, there has been close to a range also, and you also expect kind of like a retracement on GBP USD. So the analysis on Euro USD will suffice for GBP USD. The analysis for Euro USD will suffice for GBP USD. I'm repeating, the analysis for Euro USD will suffice for GBP USD. So I think this one is also on a clear trend to the downside. So for this one, I could just click on new order and also sell. Okay. Now, since I've clicked on new order and selling Euro USD, GBP USD, I will quickly drag my stop loss to this high, to the last high recorded on 1 hour chart. And that will be about, let me see the number of pips. That will be about 53 pips. Perfect for me. So I'm selling and I'm using 53 pips stop loss. And of course, my take profit could also be 53 pips also. Or it could be 50 pips take profit, right? So if the price favor me this morning, I could just make about maybe 70 pips, 50, 70 pips from GBP USD. That's about 57 pips take profit that I'm going to be using for myself. So I'm using 57 pips take profit and I'm using 50 pips stop loss or 53 pips stop loss for GBP USD. Now I'm selling because my signal tells me so. Okay, my strategy tells me so. This is the strategy I'm using. And of course, I've seen kind of like a moving average cross, and I've seen candle break a structured low. That's what I'm selling. Okay. And of course, the price actually retraces to give me an idea that I should just follow my strategy. I follow my strategy to data. If he stop loss, it's my strategy. Okay, it's not 100%, and of course, I'm happy with it. I'll be happy with it. I set the outcome. But if it favor me, I will know that my strategy actually works for me because it works for me. So I'm following it. That's why I'm on a sell on that. So on all the instruments I've analyzed this morning, I've only taken 2 trades, EuroCAD and GBP USD. And I've also given you some sense of direction for Euro USD. And I can't remember, I think EuroCAD also. I can't remember. But for gold, I said stay off. For crude oil, I also opine that I'm not going to be trading crude oil because the price is not clear for me to do what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to go to the comment section again and check what people want me to look at, right? So somebody is asking me, what is my stop loss and take profit for that GU? You cannot use my stop loss and take profit because it is my trade, but you can use your own. Go to the structure high on GBP USD Magalhaes. It's very simple. Magalhaes, go to your 1 hour chart and look at the highest candle you can see on 1 hour. Put your stop loss above that candle. Then on when it comes to take profit, use any number of pips you want, maybe 100 pips, 50, 40, because you can't use my own, right? So someone say euro pound piece. Well, I hope so. But people have been asking me to look at D40. So I'm going to obey Oko Agnes and look at D40 because I've not really looked at D40 today. So let's go ahead and look out for D40. And then, based on what the price is saying right now, it could be a downturn, right? It could be a sell. Could be. But it could also be like the price is testing. No, not testing. Maybe on the second week, maybe. Because the price already tested that moving average and it moved down. Okay, look at the 1 hour chart. What I'm trying to say is, at the point, there was a cross. Let me show you with an arrow. So at this point in time, this red line you see here now, at this point in time, it crosses above the black. And when it crosses above the black, the candles return at that same level and hit both the black and the blue. Sorry, black and the red. Then turn around and pick a bullish engulfing bar that went for that to rest a little bit with a kind of like a long-legged doji that is not actually a doji more like that. And of course, it gave us a hint that the price will not go up. Then there was a bullish run. Now, after that bullish run, the price did what it's supposed to do. And now the price is returning to the moving average. Now, this could be that the price is retesting the moving average for a support for a continuation to the upside. Or if you break the structure, or I'm being serious now, listen, Agnes, if this candle tests this moving average that is testing right now and close below it, don't buy. There's no need. You wait for further information. If it crosses down and close below this black, then it's a clear sell. But if it tests this structure right now, and instead of closing below it, if it play around it and close above it, and begin to print more green candles and close above this level, then D40 will continue to push forward. As simple as that. But based on what I'm seeing now, the price gap down today, it could actually close below. Right? Candles are very funny, right? What I mean by gap down is that on the D1, let's go to D1 so they can see it. On the D1, the price gap down. There's a clear gap down there. Okay. And then if it closes below, for example, now if it gap down and close below this low, below this candle, I don't know. Oh, I wish you are inside of my brain. You understand? I'm going to click across here to show you something. This candle gap down to open to the that's gap down, right? On the daily bar, if there's a gap down and close down, like close below the low or below the close of this one, gap below, close below. If you close below the low, then it's a clear sell. It's a clear sell. Okay, it means that this price will most likely return to this black line. That's what it means. It will most likely return. So, but if as a gap down now, if you move, turn around and close above, then it's a clear direction, just directional move. Because you could go up. Now, if you look at the D1 front on this, I'm looking at the daily time frame of D40. The price is steadily on an uptrend, right? Until right now that the price is returning to this average. Because immediately there's a crossover, the price waited for the moving average, gather support around it, and move away from the moving average. Play around it, and of course, return to the moving average right now. So it could be that the price will continue to move up. I cannot tell. I only trade up candles, okay, and I allow candlestick to communicate to me. But as of now, I would like to wait out for whatever this price is doing to play out on D1, and of course on 1 hour chart. So, Madam Oku, if I were you, I would stay off D40. That's what I would do until there's a clear sign, until there's a close below on this 1 hour, and then if it closes below, I'll wait until there's a close below this black or a touch on it. Then I will decide if I want to buy or not, right? So that's what D40 asked me to tell you, okay? Okay, so let's go to Engeti that says I should look at US 2000. Okay, not just him, quite a number of people. Okay, so let's go to US 2000. Where is it now? I think it should be around here. Okay, US 2000. Now, US 2000 and US 100 and US 500. For those people asking me to look at US 500, US 100, all these US 2000, US 30, all of them are the same. Okay, so the analysis I gave you on US 100 will suffice for this one. You should also stay off, all right? Except you want to continue to sell. There's no signal for that. But we could actually use stochastic to tell whether the price wants to go up here. Okay, so for this one, for stochastic says you should buy. If you are trading US 2000, stochastic strategy asks me to tell you to buy. Okay, that's what the strategy says to tell you. Why? Because the price has been going down for a while, and of course, it's beginning to gather momentum now on an upside. Also, if you don't want stochastic, you can use Bollinger Band to tell. Bollinger Band also say I should tell you to continue to buy. Okay, because the price has already moved, and on the 1 hour chart, gave us a bullish engulfing. That's what we are seeing here. This is a structural buy, right? And then the price has moved and touched the upper band and retraces to the middle band. So most likely, this trend will continue to the upside if this candle close above this middle band. So that's what I can tell you. And based on what the stochastic is saying, really, I could go back to that one and tell you for the fact that this one is telling us to place a buy. All right? It's telling us to place a buy. That's what this strategy is saying right here. Right here. That's what that's what the signal is saying. Okay. So, but because US 2000 is very, very capital intensive, or it requires a lot of money to trade, even though it gives a lot of money. So if you have like all these 1.5 million, 2 million, 3 million, 10 million, and you're trading manual, you could just, go ahead and place a buy based on what is saying. And then make sure that you use stop loss below the structure low, which is this guy. This is our stop loss area. Put your stop loss below that place. Hope for the best. But I'm not going to trade it really. But seriously, that's a signal for a buy. Now let's go to Dawood Adeyemi. Go and tell him how to set the moving average. This is not the class to discuss that one. Dawood. Okay. Sorry. Now should we put sell penny order in gold, especially a fall of Uber? Well, you could do that, Kingsley. It's okay. And of course, please check USJPY. Finally, this person reminded me. I think I forgot. Ihuoma. Iheanacho. I like all these your names. Okay. All these your names are fantastic. Except the first one, which I will not call. Okay. Now, Ihuoma is 100% African name. Iheanacho is also 100% African name. Okay, so, and of course, all the people that I've known, the one that bear Ihuoma, they are very nice. Okay, and the one that bear Iheanacho, and they are also nice. At least we have one footballer that did well for Nigeria. So because of your name, I will go ahead and look at USJPY. Thank you very much for that. So USJPY is I'm gonna be on a bias for buy for it. I'll just tell you 100%. Okay, I'm interested in buying that particular pair, not sell it. And based on what the structure is telling me now, I think I could just close my eyes, and buy. But I will not do that. Okay, it will be a service to you. Okay, you won't understand what I'm doing. So I will tell you to use signals. For example, this one. So what this one says is that I should buy. That's what it says. So 100%, I'm going to click on new order and buy. That's what the signal says. For some of us that know it, that's what the signal says. And of course, if you want to use stop loss, go ahead and drag your stop loss to this low, this candle. Okay, go to your 1 hour chart. You will see, look out for this candle. Go to your 1 hour chart, look out for it. Put your stop loss below it, and of course, hope for the best while you put a take profit at a higher level. All right, and enjoy your day. This is where I'll stop. Okay, don't ask me to look at anything else. And of course, I'm gonna remember it's my way. I'll permit one person to speak to me. So if you want to speak to me, you ask questions based on what we have discussed. And of course, the floor is yours now. So who is going first? Make sure that you ask questions based on what we have discussed. But if there's nobody, I'll stop the class, right? But if you would like to ask questions based on what we have discussed, I'll be glad to explain, right? It's okay to explain. Right? There's no pride in that. So anybody that wants to ask me a question, we already have 5 minutes to go. So I'm waiting for you to raise up your hand. Or you can even drop your question in this comment section. I'll look at it. Okay, so please, can you explain USD? What do you mean explain? There's no explanation there. Signal share I should buy. Which one is explanation? Okay, there's no explanation there. All right, so somebody raise up his hand. Who is that? Let me check. Let me check. I think it's him. Yeah, so unmute your mic and talk to me. Get.
Yeah, good morning.
Get your
Mr. Segun, yes. Speaking.
Call it. Let's hear your name. What's your name?
Egenti. Egenti.
Which tribe are you?
I'm from the eastern part of Nigeria.
Where in the east?
Anambra State.
Yeah, that's okay. So, Ludo, brother, you're welcome. Where? So, what's your question?
So what I want to ask, when price breaks support or breaks a resistance, sometimes it does a retest, sometimes it does not.
Yes.
So the confusion is there a way to know when it breaks? Because when it breaks and you need to want to follow the maybe buy or sell, you will not know whether it will come back to retest. Let's assume you you look at the chart, when you look at the thing has already broken, and then you are wondering, okay, will it come back to retest? And you are waiting for it to retest and it didn't come back. So instead of you to have, so the problem is, how do you know whether you enter and follow the trade or wait for it to retest to now enter? You know, because sometimes it breaks and goes, and sometimes it breaks and then come back to retest. So there is no, it's confusing to
Now,
me.
again, it is meant to confuse you. It is meant to confuse me. Price will never tell you what it wants to do. If you are a support resistance trader, and then you see price break resistance, once it breaks it, there are some people, we call them how do I call them now? They are very reserved when it comes to trading. Okay? They are not aggressive. Okay, they are not they are more reactive to trading. They don't trade on impulse. Okay, they don't trade on what you see. They trade on what they don't see and they don't want to see. So what they do is, if you have for example, now on this Euro card that I'm looking at, if I put a support resistance template on it, something like this, okay, if it is what you are looking for, okay, so I think this should explain what you mean. So there's a verified support right now. Price, if the price breaks it, okay, how do we know whether it will come back and retest or not?
That's the question.
You can never know. So what you do is to put what we call sell limit on it. And of course, if you put sell limit, if the price return and test it, it will pick you in as a seller. For example, now, at this point in time, let me see if I can. Which one? Okay, let me go to oil. I think I saw something close to that on crude oil. Good. So let's look at this one. I think this one is good enough. Okay. So we have this. This one is not good enough. China. Wow. Okay. I think I can use this one. So the price right here. Use an arrow. Show so that everybody can see it. Just one arrow is fine. So the price got to this resistance at a point in time and return. Okay. And then it got back to that same resistance and return. It didn't break it.
It didn't break it.
Then eventually there's a gap that break it right now, right? So what you do is to come to maybe this line and draw that clearly, even if you don't use any indicator, there is a resistance.
Yes, a resistance, yes.
But this is a clear retest, is that not?
Yes, yes. This is a clear retest.
This is a clear retest. So what you do is, because you don't know whether it will retest or not, at a point, if you had seen this maybe early in the morning, if you had seen this part, maybe early this morning, when the candle closed here, you say, you miss opportunity. You should have bought. But that's not the way traders trade. A reactive trader is somebody that waits for a retest. So what you should do naturally is to go ahead and use what we call buy limit. So your buy limit would have been around here, waiting for the price. By now, you will be on a trade buy. That's what you do. So I think buy limit and sell limit is best for you to address that your question. So if a price break a resistance and is running away, what you do is you use buy limit to wait for it, because you don't know whether it will retest or not. If it retests, it will bring you in as a buyer. If it doesn't retest, you are fine, because you don't have to be on a trade. If you are not on a trade, you're not on a trade. Nothing concerns you with that chart.
Anyway, okay.
Opposite is for its support.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, too.
Regards to everybody in the Anambra, I understand your governor is building one skyscraper, and I don't know what it is. So I read it in the news, really. So I've not been back in a while. So, but everybody there, just greet them. Head bridge.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Thank you very much. And everybody, very much. It's been a wonderful time here with you guys. So I'm going to be seeing you on top. Remember, tomorrow, this class continues 8 o'clock in the morning. Of course, by 1 o'clock, we'll be on a live, event online. And of course, everybody will benefit. Great people service. Bye-bye.